Hallo Freunde der analogen Unterhaltung, willkommen zurück hier in Essen. Und neben mir ist Alif, der Autor von Capital Lux, einem Spiel, was hier auch schon voll aufgebaut ist. Ich wechsle gleich wieder ins Englische und wie immer bei Fragen einfach in den Chat reinschreiben. So, hi Alf.
Hello.
What game did you bring us here?
It's a tactical card game, 2 to 4 players. It plays in about 30 minutes. The game plays over 3 rounds. In each round, each player gets a hand of 6 cards.
We'll show that in the close-up.
Yes. And then we actually draft these cards. You pick two cards instead of one, and send the rest to the left-hand neighbor until you have 6 cards on hand, and then you start the round.
Okay.
And in this game, you have 2 choices on your turn. Either you play a card in the middle of the table, which is the capital, or you play a card in your hometown, which is in front of you. So let's play, for instance, this blue card, which is the agent, secret agent, and you can place it in the capital. Then you will also get a special power, which I will come back to soon, but I can just explain a round end. So when all players have played their cards, the round ends, and then you compare the values in your hometown with the values in the capital. And you should have, these are potential points, so you should have highest possible points in front of you, but you can never exceed the values in the capital, because the capital should be the best, right? You need to send your talented professionals to the capital, because...
So basically, I want to put my money on those colors where me and the other players also have the most in the capital? Or is it my own capital for...
this is the common capital.
Common, yeah.
So all players can play cards here. So you should have highest possible value here. But in each color, you can never exceed the capital. So, for instance, here you have 9 in your hometown, and in the capital it's 10. So that's okay.
Okay.
But here you have 3 in your hometown, it's 2 in the capital. So you actually need to discard a card.
Okay.
So it's out of the game. Here you have 7 and 6. This is also discarded, but I can go back. You have some possibilities to actually do something about it. And here you have 6 and 6, and that's also okay. Because you could have these gold bars in front of you. This will reduce the value in your hometown by 1. So if I put this on this card, this will be 6, and it's 6, and it's okay.
Okay.
And then I just spend it, I've used it, and I keep the cards. Okay? And then the player who has the highest value in each of the colors actually get the highest value in the capital as a bonus. So if I have the highest value in yellow, I actually get the highest card in the capital in that color. 6 points for me at the end of the game. I put it face down.
Okay.
But as you see now, the capital is reduced for the next round, while I still have 9. So I need to actually contribute to the capital next round in order to keep them alive.
Okay, that's interesting.
So that's the whole point. And you have some special powers for if you play the card in the capital. For instance, here you should take the lowest card of any other value and place it in your hometown. For instance, this one. But again, then it's 0 here, and you have 2.
Yeah.
So yeah. And there are different special powers you do depending on the character you play.
And how many cards do you play before you get this effect? So can I play like 5 here and 5 there and then be safe, or?
Yeah, it's 1 round. After 1 round, you do this, and you have 6 cards on hand. And when one player has placed the last card, all other players get 1 last turn, and the round ends. And then you do the comparison between the capital and the hometown and the bonus cards.
Okay.
Because it could happen that players have more than 6 cards on hand, because if you play a card here, you actually draw an extra card from the pile. And if you have surplus card at the end of the round, you need to actually play them in your hometown, which is a risk. So you need to plan them out. After 3 rounds, the player with the most points here, you just tally the values, and the bonus cards wins the game.
Okay, great.
So that's the game.
And looking at the artwork, I really find this interesting because it's a little bit different from what I've seen in other games, but it has this futuristic vibe that somehow really fits the idea of the game.
Yes.
What's the theme
It's kind of a medieval sci-fi theme.
Okay.
So it's a little strange. It's kind of a futuristic, but also kind of medieval theme. So it's kind of a universe that maybe doesn't exist in the real world. But the main thing is that they have some. It's actually painted by the U.S. artist Quanchai Moria. Is it hand painted? So it's very beautiful. And there are different professions that are experts in their areas. With different values, of course, and you really need to keep their talents in your hometown, but you are forced to send someone to the capital. So it's kind of an abstract game, but with a team, with a theme.
How many players?
2 to 4.
And you just already said 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
What does it cost?
It costs 15 euros here at the fair, so I guess that's the kind of a market price.
And do you have a German version or translation of the rules planned? Because in the game itself, the numbers can be read almost any culture.
It's a language independent game, and in the box it comes actually English and French, because Pixie Games in France is also a co-publisher on this game. But you don't have a German rules, but that can easily be downloaded, I guess, at Board Game Geek after a while. Yeah.
Great. And which booth can we find you?
It's in Hall 1. D109. That's Aporta Games.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dann machen wir wieder ganz kurz einen Umbau fürs nächste Spiel mit dem gleichen Autor nochmal und sehen uns dann wieder. Hallo Freunde der analogen Unterhaltung, immer noch hier in Essen, wieder mit Eilif und als Spiel diesmal Avenue. Ich wechsle wieder ins Englische und wie immer, wenn es Fragen gibt, einfach in den Chat. So, Alif, we just spoke about a different game now, Avenue. What's it about?
It's actually a game that can play solo and up to 10 players because you play simultaneously, so there are no downtime. It plays in about 15 minutes every time, 15 minutes, and age 8+. So it's kind of a family game or a filler for gamers. What you do in this game is to draw by using a pen on your own sheet. What you try to do is to
close up here.
Yeah. What you try to do is to connect these farms from A to F, with different grapes. So it's kind of vineyards that you connect to the grapes in order to score points. Special about this game is that you actually need to improve your score all the time. So if you score 3 points for farm B, you need to actually score more than 3 points for next farm.
Okay.
Otherwise you will lose some points. So you need to balance the score. You shouldn't score too high, because then you can be your score can be damaged at the end of the game. I can just explain briefly. You start the game by drawing a farm card, which says that the first farm we're going to score is number B. So I can write B here, so we know that. And then we start the game by drawing road cards, which tells you how you should draw. So I'm going to draw. Everybody is going to draw a straight road on their own sheet.
Okay.
But you can draw anywhere on the map. But since we're going to score B quite soon, maybe I'll just put a road like this, you know. So because you need to actually fill in the field itself in order to score it. And then we draw the next card. It's also a straight road. Okay, let's continue like this. Okay.
And now these two will be connected.
Yes. So actually now I have already 3 points for B because there are 3 grapes. So I'm quite unsafe. Yeah, these are not shuffled, I guess, but we can we can take number 2, for instance. Then I can, for instance, draw. I need to score 5 of these 6 farms anyway, so maybe I should start to draw somewhere else because I'm already safe here. So I can draw anywhere I want. When the 4th yellow card comes up, when there are 4 yellow cards, we score this farm.
Okay.
And then you simply count the number of grapes connected to the farm, and we score 3 points. Then we discard these cards, and a new farm comes up, which is A. So the next farm is A, but I haven't even started down here yet, so it's a little risky now because I need to score at least 4 points. So we continue like that until there are 4 yellow cards again, and then we score A.
Okay.
But there are some, if you think of long-term planning, you can do, instead of drawing a road, you can actually peek and look at the next farm card secretly.
Ah, okay.
okay, I know now that the next, after A it will be E, okay? So I can start to build on around E, you know, to score.
Okay.
Yeah. And people will pay attention to me because, okay, he knows what the next farm is, but so how does he draw now? So it's a kind of interaction there. If you fail, let's say you score 4 points for A and then you come to E and you don't manage to score more than 4 points, you actually write 0. And at the end of the game you will lose 5 points for each 0 you have.
Okay.
So not even that you don't score, for instance, 6 points, but you lose also 5 points at the end of the game. So
and I guess then you need to figure out a way. Is it safe to just score 1 with the first farm, or do I risk 3? Do I risk 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, you also score if you connect purple grapes to purple castle, which is in the corner here. There are some endgame scoring, and also green grapes to green castle over there.
Okay.
So that's also part of the long-term planning. So the player with the highest score wins, and it takes about 15 minutes to play. So it's a fast filler.
And you said 1 to 10 players. So
yes.
What's the price?
It's also 15 euros for this one.
And I see it's also more or less language independent.
Yeah,
so
it is. It's not more or less, it's language independent. And it actually has German rules on this one.
Okay, but this one has German rules.
In addition to English rules.
Hierzu gibt es auch deutsche Regeln in der Schachtel, obwohl es jetzt ja auch man eigentlich keine große Sprachkenntnisse dafür braucht.
Yeah.
And where can you find you here in Essen?
It's in Hall 1, booth D109.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dann bauen wir noch einmal kurz um und sehen uns gleich wieder im Stream.